You ever feel like no one really gets what it means to be a limited partner? Like you're standing on the sidelines of venture capital, watching the big moves, the glitz, the game-changing deals, but secretly battling a storm no one talks about? It's frustrating, right? All that money you commit, all the sleepless nights thinking if you chose the right fund, if you're being played, if the deals you're backing will actually matter. And yet, no one really explains your role. Everyone's obsessed with founders, CEOs, startups, hot exits, but you're the quiet force they barely acknowledge, the pieces in the background, the ones who are supposed to just write checks and wait. But you know it's not that simple. It never is. You're stuck between a rock and a hard place. On one side, the pressure to keep your capital moving, to show returns, to justify your choices to those above and below you. On the other, the nagging doubt, are you really in control, or are you just riding someone else's wave? That sense that maybe, just maybe, you're missing something crucial, because the venture world talks so much about risk-taking, but so little about the power you actually have as a limited partner. You're told to be patient, to trust the general partners, to stay calm and steady. But inside, it's a roller coaster. You want more clarity, more impact, more understanding of your own role, not just as a passive investor, but as an active force shaping the future. Here's the raw truth nobody wants to say out loud. Being a limited partner is the most misunderstood role in venture capital. Everyone celebrates the founders, praises the GPs who hustle on the front lines, but you're the backbone holding it all together. And yet, you're often left in the dark, treated like a passive observer when you should be one of the main players. You're not just giving money, you're wielding influence. You're the gatekeepers of what startups get fueled, what ideas get built, what futures get created. And that power, it's dizzying, it's terrifying, but it's real. What's killing the full potential of your role is the system itself. The way venture capital operates is set up to keep you comfortably numb, a silent partner who just nods and signs documents. But comfort is the enemy here. The system wants you to stay small, to stay quiet, so it can keep its own game running. The big funds, the flashy success stories, they thrive because limited partners don't ask the hard questions. They don't dig into the gritty details. They don't challenge the players who hold the reins. That has to stop. Because when you stay in the shadows, the entire machine runs off balance. Investors like you are not just waiting for returns, they can dictate the rules. You can demand more transparency, more accountability, more alignment than ever before. You're tired of being told, trust us, when all you want is to trust your own instincts. Imagine flipping the script. Imagine treating your role not as a passive backer, but as a relentless architect of the future. Your capital isn't just money, it's the fuel for change. It's the voice that chooses which ideas live and which die. Every dollar you commit is a statement, a vote for a certain vision of the world. And here's the secret. When you lean into that, when you grasp your true power, your impact isn't just financial, it's transformational. You don't just make money, you unleash movements, you ignite revolutions, you build legacies. Now you might be thinking, how? How do I break out of this endless cycle of passive investing and become that force? The answer is brutal and beautiful. It starts with radical involvement. Stop blindly following the pack. Stop thinking of being a limited partner like a checklist. It's a mindset shift first, then it's action. You have to educate yourself relentlessly, not just about markets or sectors, but about people. Get to know the founders, the GPs, their visions, their drive, their struggles. Ask the uncomfortable questions no one else wants to ask. Why this deal? Why this exit? What happens if this blows up? Demand transparency down to the bone, because without it, you're driving blind. But don't stop there. Start leveraging your collective power. There's strength in numbers, a quiet revolution waiting to happen among limited partners. Share insights, swap notes, build alliances. When you form these networks, suddenly you're not just a small fish in a vast pond, You're a tidal wave reshaping the landscape. Use that power to push for better fund terms, more direct involvement in portfolio companies, and yes, veto power when things feel wrong. Forget the old story that you have to be silent and compliant. Your voice deserves to be loud, clear, and unignorable. Here's another truth that might sting, but will set you free. You aren't the helpless victim of a game you don't control. You are the chess player who just hasn't fully realized the power of your moves. The founders need you as much as you think you need them. You hold the cards that shape what's possible. This is your chance to not just be part of the story, but to rewrite it, to demand a world where limited partners aren't sidelined or misunderstood, but honored as the lifeblood of innovation. You don't have to wait for approval, progress, or permission. It is yours to claim. And when you finally do, the rewards will be unlike anything you've ever imagined. Imagine knowing exactly why your capital is where it is. Imagine influencing deals that light a fire under entire industries. Imagine being able to say no without fear because you've built the knowledge and the alliances. Imagine a network of peers who get you, who challenge you, who raise you higher. Imagine being a force that can turn venture capital from a black box into a powerful engine for human transformation. That's the real impact you can have. But make no mistake, this path isn't for the faint of heart. It's for those who burn deep inside with a fire that won't be put out by comfort or convention. It's for those ready to unlearn everything they thought they knew, to challenge the quiet agreements that hold the system together. It's for those who know that real freedom means owning their role fully, ruthlessly, unapologetically. It means stepping out of the shadows, raising your hand, and saying, I will be more than a line on a spreadsheet. I will be the force that changes the game. So ask yourself, what will you do with this power? Will you keep playing it safe, or will you take the leap into the true role you were born to own? Because here's the unvarnished truth. The most misunderstood force in venture capital isn't a founder. It isn't a general partner. It's you. The limited partner who refuses to be quiet, who decides that silence is no longer an option. Your move isn't just financial, it's the key to unleashing what's next. Remember this, your capital is your voice, your will your weapon, and your patience your strategy. Use them together. Use them boldly. The future isn't waiting, and neither should you. The power you seek isn't hidden. It's been inside you all along, waiting to be unleashed. So lean in. Ask more. Demand better. Align with those rare few who share your fire. Be patient, but be relentless. This is where the system ends and something wildly new begins. It's your time. Own it.